Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I guess, a little diversion. David is out and about. I think, is he at Gen Con? What's he up to today?
Oh, he didn't
Uh,
tell us.
oh, he didn't tell us. It's a mystery. He's up to secret things.
It's a
Uh,
super secret mission.
so today we are playing a sort of side adventure, which is, let me see if I can bring this up here. Oh, it's showing up behind us. That's not ideal. All right. I will have to figure that out as to how to get that going. I should have set up a Google slide, but we will roll with the punches as we go here. I think I've got everything lined up. So nobody else knows what I'm doing because I have been very secretive. And so what that means is that everybody I've made 3 pre-made characters, and that they're going to be choosing just purely based on their classes, because I have told them nothing else about what we're doing. So the options today is they've got a paladin, a barbarian, and a warlock. And once everyone's picked, I'll sort of quickly go over some of their details just so everyone knows what they can and can't do. But our little interlude here today is a very unusual rescue, and we made a little, or I made a little card here. All
Very
right.
pleasant. Very, very pleasant.
Well, I mean, it gives a theme. It gives a little bit about what we're up to.
It looks delicious.
Looks like what I just threw into a crock pot.
Yeah, see, a little crock pot cooking there.
Witches gotta eat.
Everyone's got to eat, and witches are people too. I mean, evil, malicious people, but or at least in this case. So we'll start off with Rick. We've got our paladin, our warlock, and our barbarian. Which would you like to go with?
Well, out of those 3 choices, I think everybody knows what I'm going to pick. So I am the warlock.
All right.
Oh,
So we got warlock, and go ahead and claim that character there.
Done.
Next up, Rob. Which of those 3 do you want to go with?
oh, do I do this just because we joked about it? Paladin.
All right.
Then that barbarian for the crew.
Alita with the
the barbarian.
Yes, I get to be the barbarian.
All right. Now, so you guys go ahead and claim those characters there.
Okay.
And then we will start things off, and I will drop us sort of into the middle of the story and then tell you exactly who you're playing, because I figure you'll probably want to know that. All right, so let me just pull up. I should have had this better aligned, but I don't. So actually, give me 1 second. I'm just going to go on to Google Slides to try to create a better way of displaying this without chaos.
Remind me as I quickly look up barbarians.
Read my character card.
Yes.
So I got
with the barbarians handbook. Reading up on barbarians strategies.
So, in terms of, I mean, we should go over the characters pretty briefly. You guys don't have a whole lot. I mean, they're not super complicated. The barbarian, mostly what you do is you hit things. That is what barbarians are really good at, and you're also good at not getting killed. One of the main features you've got is rage, and so you fly into a rage. When you do that, you do more damage. You add
up.
It's perfect that I'm wearing green today because it's very Hulk-like.
Hulk smash.
That's pretty much it. You do more damage with your melee attacks when you're in a rage, and you also take half damage from any sort of non-magical or from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. That doesn't help you for things like most magical spells and so forth, but and it lasts for about a minute. You can do it 4 times per long rest. And because you are a beast barbarian, when you are in a rage, you also can choose to have either a
Beast
bite
mode.
attack, a claw attack, or a tail that comes with it.
Wait,
so if you
meaning I have a tail
yes,
that attacks people?
when you rage up, you can form a tail to attack people with.
So you can do like 2 cool
Literally
attacking
entering
things
beast mode.
or grow
Yes.
a tail.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
How many
that's
times can I enter beast mode?
4 times per long rest. So 4 times.
Okay, so and that's not in addition to the 4 times that I can get ragey.
That's when you get ragey. You
Okay.
do that automatically as part of your rage.
Okay,
So,
got it.
Yeah. So it's pretty simple to play. I don't think you're going to run into too much trouble, but if you do, we'll, we're here to help.
Okay.
So Rob, Paladin, main things to be aware of. Also, everybody here, I think, with their main attack is getting 2 attacks, just so you're aware. So you've got your action list. Lay on hands is a good thing to be aware of. Divine Sense is useful, but also be aware of Smite. When you hit something, you can burn a spell slot to do 2d8 extra radiant damage, plus 1d8 for every spell level higher than first that you burn. You can also note that you've got a bunch of spells that you've got access to, which have a variety of effects. So all of those are there as at your option. And for Rick, we've got the Warlock, and I'm just trying to bring that up here. There we go. I accidentally made that one private, so I can't see it. So now Warlocks are a little interesting. They get your main attack is going to be your spell, the Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
And when you use that, you shoot 2 rays that do damage. So it's kind of your bread and butter attack. You get a lot fewer spells than most like wizards or whatever. You get 2 spells per day, or per short rest. So if you short rest, you get those spells back. However, if you each of those spells is always cast at the top level, so they're always cast powerfully. So that's kind of the basics of a warlock. You can see you've got various actions and various sort of other options, and you've got all sorts of chaos that you can cause there. One with shadows lets you blend into shadow and hide, which is a useful thing.
I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about this Cloak of Flies.
Cloak of Flies. You get to surround yourself with an aura that causes some damage and looks really imposing. So that is an option.
Ew.
All right. So is everyone feeling ready to go? Everyone feeling
I think so.
Improvisation.
Okay,
yes.
All right. So I guess let's start us off, and I will tell you guys a little bit more about what you're up to here.
All right, what are we doing?
All right. So and in a better world, I would have had these slides done, but I don't. So all it does is it pulls it up in the background, which is exactly where I don't need it to be. I should have put maybe I can put this as an overlay. There we go. Where is our farmhouse? Here we go. Just give me 1 second while it uploads, because StreamYard.
No worries.
All right,
I can grow plants
at a little rural farmhouse. You guys are starting off inside this little farmhouse, specifically in a room like this one.
This is lovely.
So you guys all sort of wake up, and you guys are. So let's start with our warlock here, who looks a little like this.
It's Babe the Warlock.
I love it.
You are about a foot tall, and you are a stuffed pig toy.
I'm a stuffed pig toy.
Correct.
Okay.
And you are named Pinky the Pig.
Okay.
On to our paladin.
Great. Oh no.
Who is Whiskers.
Yes.
You are
Look at that
also
vicious kitten.
about a foot tall.
It's a
You are a
murder
stuffed
kitten. It's a murder kitten.
All kittens are murder kittens, Rob.
And for some reason, you guys are very well equipped for toys in that you are a small 1 foot tall stuffed kitten with plate mail and a longsword and a shield.
Oh, and I have a
So-
javelin apparently. So there's a
you have
javelin
a
hiding
javelin.
somewhere around.
Yeah, you got that sort of ready to go. Probably, a group of 3 of them.
I need this image. I need you to email this to me because this
All
is
right,
fantastic.
Whiskers.
And then we've got one last character to introduce here, our barbarian, Cuddles the bear.
Oh my
Oh my God. Cuddles the bear. Cuddles the barbarian. Barbarian. Bear. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
no.
Barbarian.
Oh no. No. This is the little toy house of horrors.
And of course, Cuddles the barbarian is also equipped with half plate and a greatsword sized for you.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are in this small room there, and there's a child who is on his face is on the bed crying, and he looks over as you guys sort of wake up, and you've got to help. They took my friend, and everyone thinks he ran off. They say he's done it before, but you've got to help. No one else is worried, but you need to help. He's got tears streaking down his eyes. He is much bigger than you, by the way, because notwithstanding the fact that this is a small kid, you are even tinier. What do you do?
Cuddles immediately stands forward and goes, "Yes, of course, 100% we will help you. Small child, what is your name?"
Small child, what is your name?
Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy, you've got to help save Jack. Nobody believes me.
Don't worry,
the
Billy.
bad
I
woman
believe
took
you.
him.
I believe you.
Bad
Tell us
woman.
more. Who's this bad woman?
Nobody else they think I made her up. She's in the forest. Nobody else knows the way, but I think you guys will see it. Won't you? You'll see it, right? He sort of goes and picks up Cuddles and takes Cuddles to the window. You guys are on the 2nd floor, by the by. And sort of leads Cuddles out and points down sort of to the fields. And you can see that along the tree line, which is sort of bright and sunny and shiny, there's this one sort of spot where there's a much darker pathway. And he says, do you see it? Do you see the path?
Do I see it?
You do, yes.
Okay. Yes, Billy. I definitely see it, says Cuddles. She's putting her paws up on the glass as she's looking out. Yes, I see it.
So he puts Cuddles down and says, "You'll help, right?"
Absolutely. We all will help, right? She turns to the others.
I'm a cat. I don't give an F.
In this case,
that
you
means
probably do
fun.
because you were sort of brought into existence to help this kid.
Then yes, I care. I care. I'm right now. I was concerned about my agility because when you said that Cuddles was being held up to the window, I was wondering if I was a cat in plate mail, can I still jump to the window threshold?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you probably could.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I just jump up to window
Kittens can
threshold
jump.
and to see.
Well, speak for
All right.
yourself. I'm like a teacup pig with magic.
These characters are
I think a
great.
teacup pig might actually be bigger than you.
Oh, well, thank you for the correction.
All right, yeah, I jumped up to the window. I wanted to see what was going on. And I got
All
to
right.
see,
So
I could see too. Good.
you can see outside. There's the forest there, and as mentioned, when you're looking at it, it's really kind of obvious to see. It's this big sort of. It just looks really out of place that suddenly there's this dark pathway that leads into the woods. So, yeah, that is sort of that. And so Billy says, "So, are you ready to go? Are you gonna? You'll save Jack, right? He's my best friend. He's the only one who plays with me."
I back into a shadow and become one with the shadows.
All right, so Pinky Pig vanishes, sort of Batman style.
Cuddles is
I'd
like,
see-
yes, of course, and like reaches forward for what's the pig's name again?
Billy.
Pinky Pig.
Oh,
Pinky
oh,
Pig.
me, Pinky.
Yeah,
I'm
reaches
Pinky.
for Pinky's collar, like as he's going into the shadows.
I'm
Cuddles
invisible.
just
I
kinda,
don't know
like,
what's happening. Yeah.
Pulls him forward and is like, yes, we will all go without a doubt. We will help.
Okay,
Let's
bloody
go
bear.
find Jack.
Just need to find my javelin. I know I forgot it around here somewhere.
All right. So once you guys sort of agree that you're ready to go, so Billy picks you up because, of course, you guys are small toys, and just helpfully gets you started by tossing you out the window. Now, the good thing is that you're stuffed toys. And
I'm
so
also a cat.
Yes, the cat lands on its feet. Everyone else just kind of lands and bounces and rolls.
All the way down, Cuddles is like, wee, just kind of like just loving this experience of falling this far.
And there's a little bit of clatter from because some of you guys are in full armor, but you guys are fine because you're little stuffed animals, and stuffed animals do pretty well getting yeeted out of buildings. So what do you do?
Well,
Wait, Cuddles
thanks, Cuddles.
Anytime. We're on an adventure. Let's do it. And then she's going to start skipping forward towards the spot that Billy pointed them towards. And she's just going to start singing like, we're on another adventure. We're on another adventure. We're on another adventure. We're on another adventure.
This murder bear, man. This is gonna be fun.
Bloody bear skipping towards a darkened woods.
So am I just getting this right that Billy just yeeted us out of the window, pointed us in a direction and said, bye, see you later?
Yeah, go help Billy.
Good, cool kid. Okay. So Cuddles is
it
already
could be
off and
worse.
running.
So,
I'm follow Cuddles.
I'll show you the forest.
Why do I feel it's going to be scary looking?
So this is the
It's
forest.
lovely.
And then this is the path into the forest.
At this point, Cuddles is going to be Sound of Music style, like swinging or spinning around as she's like skipping down the trail. Like she is loving this.
So Cuddles is a musical bear.
Someone,
Yes.
Cuddles had coffee this morning.
She lives for these adventures.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys start walking down this path, it fairly quickly gets a lot darker than you're used to. You're not having trouble seeing, but it's dim light. It is spooky. It is It's a whole thing. So you're walking down this pathway. Do you guys have any particular marching order, or is there any sort of particular precautions you're taking?
None.
I mean, I'm a cat. I'm always cautious.
All right, so Pinky's probably hanging back, and you could hide. Like, you could be invisible during this.
Oh, no. I'm just hanging. I'm walking with my friend Whiskers here.
All right. So as you guys travel, you see up ahead, somebody has built a gate, a fence around something in this forest. So the pathway that you're walking along goes and comes up to a gate in this wrought iron fence. And I will show you our fence. There's our fence.
Ooh.
Mm.
And it has a face in
fun.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cuddles is gonna like climb on the fence right next to it and like put her face right next to it and like imitate the face.
I think the face is going to start talking to you, Cuddles.
that is correct. So
yes.
as you approach, the face animates and says, What do we have here? You're very small. Did you know you're very small?
Well, we choose to think of it as the world is very big.
Says,
Throwing that we around there a lot.
You don't
Cuddles
look
likes to assume that everyone is
dangerous.
with her always.
But you're very well armed. You have, I don't know if we call those swords, maybe knives, because you're so small. I don't think I could let you through with those. I'm here. I've been told I have to guard the path. No, that doesn't seem right at all to let you through if you have, I guess we'll call them swords.
Eldritch Blast.
Whoa. Okay.
All right. So Pinky dropping in at the dropping in hot. All right. Give us a roll on that.
16.
16 will definitely hit the face.
All right. Both blasts to the face. 6 and 13.
All right. So the face gets a little like scratch along the front of it, and it says, "Yes, you're very dangerous." And we're gonna drop into initiative here as it breathes out something unpleasant.
Oh,
All right. So you guys are
20.
picking a fight.
Very in character.
Kettles is ready to go. I got a 5.
18.
All right, and it got a. So let me just quickly pull up something to record the order here. All right, so what was the top? 18?
20.
20 for Cuddles.
Yep.
18 for Rob, and 5 for Pinky. All right, it got a 22, so it's going first. So it breathes out a noxious greenish cloud, and all of you, as this sort of flows down the path, need to make a Constitution saving throw. Or, yeah.
7.
15.
Oh, no. A 10.
All right. Nobody did particularly well on that. So, all right, just let me go to my dice roller here. This is a bad dice roller. Oops. All right, so everybody's going to take 13 damage from
Whoa.
poison gas.
Way to go, Cuddles.
This is why we don't talk to magical gate faces, Cuddles.
Hey, I'm not the one that attacked it. I was just
That's
talking to
true.
it.
You know,
All right, next up is Cuddles.
All right. Cuddles is getting angry because of the fact that all of them have been hit. So, but not quite there yet. Cuddles is going to use her greatsword against the face.
All right. Roll to hit. And keep in mind, you get 2
18.
attacks.
25, actually. 25.
25, and for your second attack?
Okay. Second attack is 19.
So both of those are going to hit.
All right. And then now roll for damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for each attack.
Okay. So 13 on the first one.
Yeah.
And then 7 on the second one.
All right. So Cuddles walks up and pang, pang, and gives it a couple of good strikes. And there are injuries on this thing. Like, it's getting hit with a tiny sword, but it's still got a sort of functional face on it.
All right.
So now
All right.
we're over to Whisker, or sorry, yes, we're over to Whiskers.
Whiskers is trying to read his spells.
In the meantime, he's making probably some murder chatters.
Probably. Whiskers, you know what? Whiskers is going to go something simple with this one. We are really learning what to do, I think.
It's all good. The main attacks
so
of Paladin are typically hitting things with a sword, but you've got
No, we're
smites
gonna-
and so forth.
We're going to go at this with cat's claws.
All right.
Ooh.
So Whiskers is going in character.
So you got 2 attacks.
No. 2 attacks. So there's one was his 11. I imagine that does not hit.
That does not hit.
Second attack is a nat 20, making it a 29.
All right, that definitely will hit. So and
And-
that'll be a crit. So
and
you're
we're
going to
gonna
roll
do
your
Divine
Yeah.
Smite
All right.
with that attack.
What level of spell are you burning?
We are going to burn a first level spell.
All right. So because that's a critical hit, you're going to roll 2d6 instead of the usual 1d6. And instead of the 2d8 that you would normally do for the Divine Smite, you're going to roll 4d8. So 4d8 plus 2d6 plus 5 is your total damage on this. I'm
All
not
right,
thinking we're going to have much fence left.
Good.
Hang on. So I got 2d6. All right, so the 2d6 plus the 5 is 11. Then I roll 2d8, right?
Then you roll 4d8 because it's 2d8, but you're doubling the dice because it's a crit, which includes the doubling on the smite. Oh, and Richard, we've got some issues as to whether or not it's properly co-streaming. I don't know if it's up on your channel right now.
No, that's okay if the buttons didn't work.
All right, so the 48 was 16, so that's 27 total damage.
All right, so Whiskers the cat comes up with a big gleaming blade, just bang, and smashes the gate open.
My little cat's claws. They're very powerful.
That's what he gets for demeaning our power.
And Cuddles
All
is
right.
just going to start at that. Cuddles is going to start jumping and be like, yes, we got him. And then just start skipping down the path again.
We sure did, Cuddles.
All right, so you guys are continuing on down the path?
Yep, we're going ahead.
Absolutely. Cuddles
All
is
right.
skipping.
So somehow the path is managing to get darker, and you're seeing a little bit more. The branches are sort of becoming, there's thorn bushes mixed in, and you're starting to see like little hopping toads and spiders scurrying around. You're getting a distinct sense that this is something wrong with where you are.
Pinky will walk with them, but one with the shadows.
Sounds good. So Pinky's invisible. You guys can't see Pinky, but you're hoping that Pinky's still there.
Okay,
And
you can't see a little pink pig. He's probably really cute, though.
He's definitely cute. So as you guys are walking along, what am I bringing up there? Let me. You guys encounter. Now, this guy's about 12 feet tall in the forest. So in terms of size difference, he's got a substantial, they've got a substantial size gap on you. And so, and now they're sitting there. They've got a cow that they've probably stolen from the local farmers. And one of them says, "We should just eat it raw." And the other one says, "No, we'll build a fire. We'll roast it." The other one says, "Raw. No.
So
It'll be better if we roast it."
Is the cow that they have with them like a full and normal sized cow, like to give us size perspective?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
so
is a full and normal sized cow. Yeah.
Cool. If this thing
Cuddles is gonna turn back to the other two and be like, "Hey, look, it's the Tweedle brothers. We should probably ask them for directions."
Oh no.
Why
I'm
not?
wondering if this
Let's
thing
do it.
can this thing even see us? One, Pinky is invisible. Two, is this thing in our path? Can we get around it?
It hasn't noticed you. So possibly.
Cuddles, why don't we try to play smart? See if we can't get around it.
That's not how I like to do these things.
It's fine. That's okay.
I
That's
like to go through.
But sneaky cat, just invisible pig. Only one person here is trying to make attention, bring it to themselves. So maybe we can sneak by this thing that's 19 times our size. Like we could probably hide from the cow that it's considering eating.
Now, to be fair, the cow is not alive at this point.
No, I know, but
so hiding from the cow is easy.
That part's easy. But we could probably hide and scoot around while it's distracted by the fact that it's trying to figure out how to eat this cow.
All right, we'll try it your way this time.
Okay.
And then she just kind of like drops her head a little bit, stops skipping.
Okay.
Just sort of like drags her feet a little bit as she walks.
Well, don't drag them too loudly.
All right. So that's going to be a stealth check from everyone.
Stealth.
Now, keep in mind, Mr. Paladin, you are in heavy armor, so you are rolling at disadvantage.
Oh no! So I have to roll twice, and it's the lower of the two.
Yeah, none of that glitter blade nonsense.
Oh, how about 19 with disadvantage?
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Now, somebody else has advantage, that being Pinky, the invisible pig. Invisible pigs are way better at...
Invisible pig?
Pinky the invisible pig. Now I have to roll a stealth check then?
Yeah, at advantage.
Okay.
Because, being invisible makes it a lot harder to be spotted. But you might still, trip over a rock or something. So, there we go.
I'm doing it right now. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, no.
So, yes, I got a 5. So, the invisible pig is less stealthy than the
you have advantage.
Cat.
Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah, there's a 5 with advantage.
Yeah, it was with advantage, so you've got 16.
It was a
Oh.
5 with disadvantage. It's 16 with advantage. Yeah.
Ah. Cuddles
Advantage
has a
is so
13.
much better than so much better than yeah. So you guys are now it's not terribly paying attention to you guys because it's paying attention to this cow and it's the argument that it's having.
Mhm.
Raws now though.
Mhm.
And they're it appears that the two heads don't really get along all that well. But you guys are able
Brothers.
to well, I mean, they don't really get a lot of alone time. You know, it's you can see that they probably don't have all that much if you need a little bit of space, then the amount of space they can get is measured in inches as opposed to, you know, it's really hard for one of them to like go into the other room or something. But you guys are able to sneak through the forest and make a circle around. And Pinky almost steps on something that would have been loud, but then nope, we're just gonna circle around that. And you guys have managed to circle around the two-headed giant.
See, you guys see? Come on, that was a good idea.
Also, somebody's noting that I'm the only one without a hat, so there's only one hat that's available in this room right now. Let me see if I can reach it.
No. I know what hat. Bad. Oh.
That's a fun hat.
It's the only hat that's in the room. So if we're all going hats, then I can wear a hat.
Mhm.
All right.
I
So
should call you
carrying
Pinky.
what's that?
Your name Pinky now.
All right. So carrying along down the path, you guys are sort of, I assume, trying to be a little quiet as you go.
Mhm.
Nope. Kind of.
Oh,
Nope. Kind
Cuddles
of. What
is
is?
trying, unenthusiastically trying to be quiet.
All right. So the next thing that you encounter down this path of perils and difficulties is a great shadowy beast that is patrolling along the path, and it is fairly terrifying, especially given that it is so much larger than you. It has several arrows stuck in it, and it looks fearsome. Let me pull up the image of the fearsome, terrifying beast.
are we gonna run across any other like stuffed animals that are cute or anything along this path?
I mean, you guys are the cute.
Other than us.
You guys are bringing the cute. I mean, this is cute. See, it's smiling.
If we were in a different campaign, nobody would think it's very cute.
This time, Cuddles is very excited.
It's like you guys could make friends.
Eldritch Blast.
All right,
Here we
Oh
go.
no!
let's roll for initiative.
Do we need to when he just did that? That seemed
I
rather.
know. Oh no! This time Cuddles wasn't so ready for it. It's a 3.
19.
I got a 3 as well.
All right, so we got a bunch of 3s and a 19. I was gonna say the really good news is that it rolled poorly, but you guys managed somehow to do even worse than it. So impressive, I guess. Because it got a 6, and that's a modified 6. It's got bonuses to it. It got a 6. So yeah, not exactly our best work here. All right. So first up, I'll let you hit it with the with the Eldritch Blast as you're sort of starting initiation here.
25.
Oh my.
25 to hit is definitely going to hit. And you get 2 blasts.
So it's a blast of 4 and a blast of 5.
All right. So 9 total blasting damage.
Yep.
All right.
And that's why we go first.
It snarls and turns to face you. All right. So the first up after that is Whiskers the cat. Gets
Javelin.
All right. You're going to throw a javelin at it?
Yep.
Fire away.
26 to hit.
26 will hit.
5 damage.
5 damage. All right. It is definitely going to take the 5 damage. And that is going to cause it some pain.
And then explain to me the 2 attacks per action. So does that now mean I have a follow-up attack?
That is correct. You can fire. You can attack it again.
Oh, then we're going in with a cat's claw.
All right. So you throw a javelin and then you rush up and slash the thing.
Yep, that's the plan.
All right.
That plan did not get executed appropriately. That was a 10.
10 is not a fantastic roll and will not hit this thing.
The claws
All
have
right.
failed me.
The claws have failed. No. All right. So next up is this thing. And you can see it's got
Cute.
some teeth. Is it cute? I mean, it's got teeth. It's it just wants to love you, right?
Oh no.
All right, so it is going to attack. And what's it going to attack? It's going to attack the cat right up in front of it.
Oh no.
Cool.
I mean, this is the downside of being right up in front of it. And so it is probably going to miss you with the bite. I assume AC 10 is not a hit.
Nope.
All right, and it's also going to try to claw you. AC 26 and 22.
Oh, got it.
Those hit?
Yeah, armor class 21 is pretty awesome, but not that awesome.
All right. It is going to do a whole pile of damage because that's what it does. So the first hit is going to do 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second hit is going to do 19 damage.
Mm-hmm. Whole lot of hit points.
Whole lot of hit points. All right. So that is it. Now, there were 2 people with 4. You guys could choose whichever order you'd like to go in.
I'll
this,
go.
Cuddles.
Yeah, okay. Cuddles will go next.
All right, Cuddles.
All right. So Cuddles is gonna use the great sword again and just kind of like run up and jump and just go like right for the neck.
All right. Are you raging or are you just attacking the thing?
Just attacking for this time.
All right.
It's gonna be a 25.
25 is definitely going to hit.
All right. And 7 damage.
All right. So it takes the damage, and I'm just making sure I've got the full accounting of the damage.
Okay. Do we do a second like attack, or was that
yep.
just for the first round? Okay. Okay.
You've got 2 attacks just generally.
Okay. Okay. So then Cuddles is gonna use the great sword again and have another go at him.
All right. So this little teddy bear is slashing at the great big slavering beast. And keep in mind, this thing is much bigger than you are, but you are chopping at it.
Yeah, she's basically like almost underneath him, like slicing up.
Doing the Frodo versus or doing the Shelob moment there. We're gonna slash it from underneath.
Yeah. And so the hit is 17.
That'll hit.
All right. And damage is 10.
All right. It takes 10 damage and it is it's injured, but it's still moving. This thing is a dangerous creature. It is
all right.
dangerous and large, as Rob has already determined. So I think it was Pinky next.
That's me.
All right. Now keep in
The
mind,
way,
you've got
the way you said that
cover
was just
all of you.
perfect.
You've got the ability to recover your spells on a short rest as opposed to a long rest. So that is one of the advantages of warlocks.
Well, I think first I'm going to cover myself in a cloak of flies.
All right. So Pinky is now surrounded by an aura of magical energy that looks like buzzing flies and provides some
What I do.
protection.
All right. And now I'm going to tell this creature that it needs to go away.
All right. And what is that?
Go away, snarling dog thing.
All right. Trying to make an intimidate check, or
Oh, yes. I'm very
All right.
intimidating. I'm in a cloak of flies.
then you've got advantage to your intimidation check.
16.
All right. And I got to figure out what it would roll for this. Give me a second. Yeah, probably just that.
Get away. I'm a stuffed pig covered in flies talking to you. Go
Honestly,
away.
it's really creepy. The more that you keep talking about it, the more I'm getting the visual.
Yeah.
I mean, we could bring up the image of the pig here.
And just imagine it's covered in flies.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much had to when I thought of the combination there.
It's a 5-foot aura of flies. So, hey.
Oh,
Pinky the pig.
No.
Especially with the smile, the little smile.
Oh, yes.
That little, yeah. All right. It
With the
snarls.
intimidation check.
It snarls and takes a step back, and it's
It
tiny
knows what it did.
things. It hisses at you. Why are you here? But it's taken a step back, and it's baring its fangs.
We're here to take your life.
Oh. Everyone just look at the screen real quick. That little pig surrounded by 5 feet aura of flies just said, "We're here to take your life."
Pinky's
giant
kind
monster.
of hardcore.
I just
All right, Rob, what are you up to?
Rob is, Whiskers is taking some hit points, so Whiskers is wondering if he doesn't use one of his actions to try and heal himself. Yeah, we're gonna do with one of those actions. We're gonna do Cure Wounds,
All right.
and we're gonna use a 2nd level spell slot. Which one's so 1d8, and then another d8. So I had 2d8 in recovery. Cure Wounds. And then another d8. Nice. So that got me 19 hit points back,
All right.
which I needed because this thing is not very friendly. And then we're going to go ahead and throw the Channel Divinity. Turn the Faithless.
All right. Now that's an action, and so is is Cure Wounds an action? Yes, I think it is.
Cure Wounds is an action. Yeah. So this would be the 2nd action, right?
You get one action, but
One
attacks-
action.
One
Okay,
action has
all
2
right.
attacks in it now.
There we go.
So I think you can move, or if you've got a bonus action.
We are going to just get out of the immediate proximity of this dang thing.
I can
All right.
heal, if you stay on my good side, Whiskers.
I was unaware. Well, I know that you're a warlock. I didn't know that you knew that how many hit points I was down.
I
This
have
thing
many powers.
takes one more swipe at me.
All right, so the snarling beast holds off for a moment. It's holding off for this round. So Cuddles, I think that's you up next.
All right.
Cuddles the barbarian, emphasis on bear.
Cuddles the barbarian is gonna is gonna follow up the whole like we're here to take your life by just like having a very very mad look on her face, and she's gonna say, "Yeah, we're gonna take it real quick," and then she's gonna run up and just jump onto its back and do an unarmed strike 2 times.
Oh, little murder bear. That thing is so. Ian, you're getting too good at this mid journey. Like you're getting way too good at the prompts.
So unarmed strike number 1 is gonna be an 11.
All right, 11 is unfortunately not going to be enough to sort of make that count through its tough hide there.
Well, the next one is gonna be a 20.
All right, so 20 definitely will.
And that's gonna be a damage of 4.
Okay.
Little murder bear did the cute damage.
Damage is noted. So yeah, you get up and you smack this thing, and it snarls, and now it is Pinky the pig.
Okay. I'm going to concentrate and call up the hunger of Hadar.
All right.
What is that?
You'll see in time.
All right, so you're casting that sort of at this thing. Now, keep in mind, there's also Pinky the pig is sort of in the same area.
You mean
where are you
Cuddles?
centering it? Or yeah, Cuddles, rather.
Oh, I'm going to center it over the dog.
Okay. So around the dog, there is now a sphere of blackness. So nobody in that sphere can see. I think Whiskers and Cuddles are both also in the sphere. So you guys can't see anything. However, what you
Sorry,
can...
guys.
It's like, sorry, life is hard.
I should note the void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises.
Yes, which can be heard a fair distance away. And it is also very cold in the sphere. And you can hear things moving around around you. It is also difficult terrain, so it's tough to move in. So, next up is Whiskers the cat. Whiskers the cat.
Probably not appreciating getting wet.
Well, when you start your turn, you're going to take some you're going to take some cold damage. That being, or maybe we should have Rick roll 2d6 of cold damage.
Oh no.
Sorry about that, Whiskers. It's the dark between stars. You understand.
8.
8 damage to you, Whiskers.
All right, Whiskers, 8 damage of cold damage.
That's called fragging.
So what do you want to do? Now, I should note, this thing's not going to be able to take an attack of opportunity or anything against you because it can't see you in this.
Oh, good. Then I'm going to go with it longsword.
All right. You're going to attack the thing?
Yep.
All right. Now, you're at disadvantage because you can't see, which is then countered by advantage because it can't see either. So you're just rolling normally.
All right. 16.
16 will hit.
Okay.
I do have access to slurping sound effects, but we're not doing that.
So
Probably
that first
best
that-
not to include those.
That first attack does 13 damage,
Okay, 13 damage is going to definitely leave a mark.
and then cat's claws.
Ooh.
All right. You can hit it twice with one attack if you like, one type of attack if you wish.
I kind of like doing the double.
Nope, that is fair. I'm just giving you the option. It's not a not required by any stretch.
The cat's claw is 27 to hit.
That's definitely going to hit.
I like that you're
And-
not at all put off by being transported to the dark between stars with unknown horrors.
I'm not. Apparently, it does pretty well for my attacks. 9 damage.
9 damage is going to hit. That, I mean, keep in mind, you guys are animated toys. So your frame of reference might be a little different.
Everything is weird for us.
hmm
And everything is giant. Absolutely everything is giant.
Yeah.
All right. So you hit the thing and you can hear, a snarl of rage from inside this horrible darkness. Because it's pretty horrible in here, I got to say.
Rage
And
combined
I'm
with
told he has
fear
to do a
and
dex
pain.
saving throw now.
Yes, if he's ending his turn in that area, which so are you staying next to it or are you trying to flee the
I'm trying to flee. I'm doing the cat thing and just bounding away. Like I was good to put up with this craziness for a little bit, and now I need to get out of here.
What's your movement?
I've got. Let me see here.
I think you actually move pretty quickly.
Yeah, I have feline agility.
That's
I can
pretty
use-
fast.
Let me see. Because I've also got.
Because you move at half speed through this because it's difficult terrain. You're not going to be able to get out with your movement just with a regular move, but with the feline agility, you can make it out.
Feline agility. We're going to use that to get out of here.
All right. So that you can't use again until you don't move on a turn, but you successfully spring out of the. So you see this this cat comes hustling out of the
bounding
the
out in
darkness.
full plate armor.
And that lets you avoid the dex save, because otherwise that would that might come with some hurting.
Yep.
All right, so it's gonna go, and now it's freaking out a little bit. It is gonna take a swipe at Cuddles the bear.
What?
And you're in there, attacking it, so it's taking a swipe at you.
I know it's unbearable.
Oh God,
You did this. You did this.
did I?
You
Did I
created
really?
Cuddles the bear.
It's true.
Well, that is accurate. Let
Yeah.
me just
Yeah.
pull up my monster here, which I for some reason moved away from. Where was he? Where's my monster? There we go. All right. I think it's probably going to hit you because you're a barbarian. You don't have a whole lot of great AC. AC 24 on the first one.
So I need a Constitution saving throw or what?
Nope. It's just attacking you. So it's
Oh.
got 3 attacks. And the lowest was 17.
Oh no.
Yeah, barbarians do best in rage because that lets you have the damage.
Well, she's
But-
not going to be too excited about getting attacked. So
Yeah. So it's going to bite and claw and claw.
Ooh.
So yeah,
how
it
much
does.
damage is that?
That's a whole pile of damage.
Oh no.
That's a fair bit. So I'm just having to do math. And lawyers are famously bad at math, but it's also a bad thing if lawyers have to do math when they're rolling damage. That takes us to 33 damage from the
What?
claw bite.
Total 33 damage on that one.
Total of 33 damage.
Whoa.
bites you and it rips into you with its claws.
And then Cuddles is going to respond just like dead serious. Her voice is going to get really low and she's going to say, "You just made a big mistake."
Oh,
So it kind
very
of fights you
intimidating.
like a big cat style. It also needs to take 2d6 damage from cold. So I'll let you roll that, Pinky Pig.
Okay, that's 9 damage to you
9
for sitting in the
damage.
dark between stars.
And then it also needs to make a saving throw. You said Dex?
Dex.
All right. It is not fantastic at that, but it's not terrible. However, it rolls terribly. I assume that your DC for saving throws is higher than 8.
Yep, you had to get to a higher number than 8.
All right. So it is going to take another 2d6 of acid damage.
That's right, as the milky otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Alina's got the most wonderful face as she's picturing, like, what is going on here?
That's another
so
11
weird.
damage.
All right. It is not doing well. It's not quite dead, but it's not having a great day at all.
Sorry, not sorry, dog thing.
Cuddles, it is your chance to respond.
Cuddles is really angry about taking 33 damage.
Hold on,
and
Cuddles
so-
has more damage coming first. 4 damage of cold.
Oh no.
Oh yes, Cuddles takes 4 cold damage.
Ah! She get like that's the thing that finally puts her over the edge. So then she's just like, "You!" She's gonna like scream and just like all like her paws, her tiny little paws are just gonna go like out to the side. She's gonna start like charge right at it, and then in angry beast mode is going to bite the dog.
All right. So
That's intense.
Yeah. Only a 13.
Oh,
that's
that
gonna
was.
miss. But you do get to attack again with the bite.
All right.
There you
That's
go.
gonna do it. 24.
That's definitely gonna hit.
All right. So damage is gonna be 8.
All right, so you hit the thing for 8 damage, and so you rip into it. Now, the other thing when you do that is that you get to, I think that your bite lets you regain hit points.
Oh, okay. Cool. How
So 4 hit points when you bite
many?
into it.
Yay.
So Cuddles
So I
rips
heal by
into this
4?
thing. Yes.
Okay.
And heals up 4 hit points. Now, you guys can't see the thing, but you can hear that it's pretty badly off. The next aspect on that is that Cuddles, do you have a way to get out of the area of this thing?
Yes.
All right, because you got to make it because you're moving at half speed because it's difficult terrain. You got to like make it 40 feet to get out of the cold / etc.
Is there anything in the nearby area that Cuddles could like parkour off of?
I mean, you're tiny but nimble, so we're assuming you're doing a fair bit of parkouring anyway. It's just
Yeah.
it's difficult terrain because there's horrible, creepy tentacles in this
Yeah.
darkness,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it hard to move.
So immediately after biting the dog, Cuddles is gonna like run up to the dog and launch off of it out of the cold zone.
All right, what's your movement?
Looks like 40.
It's what's
That
that?
should be enough to get you out. So you get just to the edge of the cold zone
Got
with like
it.
tentacles just like stopping at the edge of the darkness. So yeah.
Great.
Pinky Pig, you are up.
Excellent. Pinky Pig casts Mirror Image.
All right. So now there are several Pinky Pigs.
Yes, there are 4 Pinky Pigs that are all preparing to cast an Eldritch Blast at our friend the dog thing.
All right. And that'll have to be next turn, but because the mirror image is in action. But how many mirror images does it make? Three.
Three mirror images, 4 total Pinky Pigs.
So there are
Ooh.
4 Pinky Pigs. All right.
fun.
That takes us to Whiskers.
Whiskers is going to go with the javelin again.
All right. Now you
I'm
are
at disadvantage, right?
nope. You would be at disadvantage, and then you're also at advantage because it can't see to dodge, and you can't see to hit it, so it balances out.
So it might inadvertently jump into it, which it did with the 22.
You could hear it snarling, and you just tag this thing in the head. What damage are you doing with your javelin?
So that's 9 damage.
All right. Now you hear something slump to the ground in the darkness.
Slump to the ground as in it is dead? Or slump to the ground as in I don't know?
As in it's on the ground, but you can't actually see it because it's in a horrible darkness. So you can't exactly go up and perform like a medical check without right now.
Can I throw another javelin at it?
You certainly can.
Then I'm going to do that. 17
is going to hit.
Let's just make sure it's toast. Another 9 in damage.
That'll do more damage to it. You don't hear it moving.
But does that mean that it's moving?
I don't know. Pinky, can you make the fog disappear for a second? We have to make sure if this thing is dead or not.
It's not a fog. It's the dark between stars.
Oh, okay.
Pinky, can you move the dark between stars so we can see whether the murder doggo is dead or not?
And
I
Cuddles, it is
cannot.
now your turn.
Well, it would be really helpful to know whether or not it's dead, but just in case, maybe I should throw a javelin.
All right.
There's just like javelins which look like toothpicks sticking out of this thing.
Yeah.
So fire
17.
away. That'll
All
hit.
right, all right, that's gonna do 5 damage.
Okay. You've got a second attack if you want.
All right, it's gonna be another javelin at 13.
That will. I don't think that'll hit. It'll bounce off.
Oh, dang. Think.
And next up is Pinky Pig.
Ah, yes. The multiple Pinky Pigs.
Oh, yeah, there's
Multiple
4 of
Pinky
them.
Pigs.
There's like a slight echo as they all say the same thing.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I think you got him, guys.
Well, gee.
Do you want to leave the darkness up, or are you going to?
Yeah.
The dark between stars will disperse at the end of a minute.
You can also stop concentrating on it if you want. It's not required.
Well, it says I can do it up to a minute. Why would we do less?
Because we don't know if this is dead or not yet.
Okay. The cat and bear make a good point. We will end the hunger of Hadar.
All
Everybody have a
right.
good time?
So that dissipates, and you can see that the creature is dead.
Oh,
Underneath
good.
that.
Oh, gosh.
And with a couple extra javelin throws.
Toothpicks.
Good
They're
battle,
toothpicks.
And Pinky
Cuddles
falls
is gonna immediately start skipping again, like in circles around the dog, to be like, "Woohoo! We killed it!
Oh.
We killed the murder doggo!"
Pinky falls asleep for a short rest.
Yeah, you guys can set up a little camp and take a little break here and recover.
Cuddles,
Okay.
Cuddles is resting,
Stomach
is
could collapse.
skipping around the dead doggo. That's Cuddles' version of resting.
I mean, that's restful in a weird way. What
Cuddles
is
likes
Whiskers
to
getting
skip.
up to?
Oh, I want to take a little nap. I need a short rest.
A little cat nap?
Whiskers is taking yeah, there you go, cat nap.
Yep, cat nap.
Got to get my spells back. You guys like that hunger of Hadar.
So you guys spend a little, it's about an hour that you guys spend in the woods there. Nothing comes and, tries to eat you or anything like that. So it's fairly restful other than Cuddles sort of dancing and skipping and singing a little
Climbing
song
trees.
about murder dogs and climbing trees. And
Wow, Cuddles, you really know how to rest.
What?
We're on an adventure.
And so you guys can also spend hit dice to regain hit points.
Yep.
All of the good stuff in a short rest. I think there's actually a short rest button.
There is,
On your
but then
sheets?
there's you can mess with how many hit points or how many dice you expend to recover hit points.
Yeah. And I mean, you've got maybe a bunch that you might want to use if you're, say, injured by a murder dog. Because,
Oh, that helped a lot.
And Lima, you might want to have spent some of those hit dice.
Wait, so how what do I do? Because I just
If
did
you
a
go
short
to-
rest.
You hit short rest, and then there's a bunch
Yes.
of tabs that are for dice. You see the little,
Yeah.
and you can
So
expend a certain number of those.
Oh,
So if you keep clicking, it'll add to what you're rolling.
okay. Well, seeing
'Cause
as I'm
then-
like halfway, maybe I should do. Yeah. Okay.
You took a few hits there, Cuddles.
Yeah, we did.
Which doesn't make sense because we're plush. We're
Wait, but that
plush
didn't-
animals.
that
We
didn't
shouldn't be
change
damaged
anything.
as.
It should have.
It should have
that's
added.
weird.
No,
you gotta-
so
Yeah.
instead of short rest, you actually have to roll. So when you hit those little tabs,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
just
hit the-
roll. What was it? 5d8 plus. Actually, just hit the short rest again, and it'll give you the. So
Okay.
the
1d12
take short
plus
rest.
2.
So hit the take short rest and see what it.
Yeah, it didn't seem to do. Okay, but it's 1d12 plus 2, so maybe if I do 4 of those.
I'm just trying to see if we can make this work properly. So hit the confirm. Oh,
Take short
well,
rest.
before
timed
you
out.
do that, you have to roll.
Oh.
You don't have to roll separately.
No.
There's a little box.
It's
Oh.
you can usually roll within the short rest. If you click short rest,
Yep.
and you do,
so
See, why
take
does
short
it not-
rest.
Yeah, it doesn't have her little box.
Confirm.
yeah, it doesn't. It
Weird.
actually doesn't. For some reason,
Hmm.
hers doesn't have set up because what usually happens is right under those little tabs, there's
Yeah.
a box that lights up for the dice
Huh.
that gets rolled for.
Okay.
All right. So roll 4d12 plus 8. $29
plus 8.
which
37?
37. That's a fair
Okay.
chunk of hit points too.
We nailed it, lawyers. 37.
Eh.
And so you
Now
spent some
add
time
that to
like
49.
pushing your stuffing back in and
suturing the outside up again.
doing a little bit of sewing.
Okay. so-
Whiskers might also I can't remember how injured you are.
Oh, I'm back up to full.
Good. All right.
yes, I'm up to 86. All right. Cool.
So everybody is all sort of healed up and hopefully ready to go. Because things get scary.
Of course they do.
All
Why wouldn't
right.
they?
Of course they do.
The scarier
So-
things get, the more excited Cuddles gets.
What are you guys getting up to now?
Well, now we took a rest. We're still on the path, right?
Yeah.
I imagine Cuddles is already skipping back down the path before we even have a discussion about it.
No, she's waiting. She's waiting for the other two, but this time just doing cartwheels back and forth.
Gymnastics, murder bear.
So you guys continue along the path, and it's getting pretty sort of unpleasant in this forest. There's some of the trees have, sort of slime mold growing on them that looks drippy and unhealthy and very. The forest is looking corrupted, but then it opens up into a very small clearing, and you see a small hut.
Pinky
And-
is one with the shadows.
It looks very inviting. There's a bunch of smiling faces on the hut.
Cuddles goes, "Ooh, this looks spooky."
Mm-hmm.
Smiling faces.
They are smiling
Indeed.
because they lost
Look at
the
those
ability to
pearly
no longer
whites.
smile.
What do you do?
The size disparity between the skulls is confusing to me, but Sure.
I mean, there's bigger and smaller creatures that exist in the world.
Whiskers,
Yes.
you can detect things about areas, right?
Yes, I can. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out how to do the divine sense. I don't know that this is going to be that complicated, but you know, um,
Yeah.
cast divine sense.
Let's see if there's any evil in there.
All right, now that covers celestials, fiends,
Cuddles-
and undead.
Cuddles
I've
is
got
like
a
is at that moment crossing her tiny little like what could be fingers out of her paws, hoping that there's evil.
I mean, it's pretty certain that there's evil. It's just the what is it? It's just the question of whether or not they're evil and also fit into the category of celestial, fiend, or undead.
Mm.
Now, here's the fun thing is that none of these things are, so nothing in there is celestial, fiendish, or undead.
Mm.
Oh man.
Mm-mm. It could be something else.
Ooh.
Don't
I mean,
worry.
that doesn't-
You get to fight. You get to fight it.
Actually, I gotta, yeah, nothing in there counts as any of those things. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's empty. There could be all sorts of other things in there, but
Cuddles is
nothing
kind of
that
like
falls
bouncing
into
on the
that
balls
category.
of her. She's bouncing on the balls of her feet, like holding her greatsword, like looking at the other two to be like, "Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!"
Another
You
fine
have all
job,
this-
Whiskers. Eldritch
Hey.
Blast into the dark doorway.
All right. You shoot some rays into the dark doorway, and there doesn't appear to be any effect.
Okay. It's all clear, guys.
Also, this was Nicole's hut that she generated.
Nice,
It's cool.
awesome.
Thank
It-
you, Nicole.
It was an excellent hut mid-journey result. All right, so you guys go forward into the hut.
Hmm.
Yes,
I don't think they're stopping.
Cuddles goes first.
Yep.
All right.
There it
The
is.
one with the shadows.
Now, this hut from the outside is, it looks like it's like 15 feet across. From the inside, it's substantially larger. And let me just pull this down and pull up some images here.
It's like Hermione's bag.
Let me just find all the way back at the beginning. So at the center of the room, there is a stew pot, and it's sort of the giant comedic size, stew pot on a fire. And behind that is a fairly hideous looking woman. And when I say hideous, I don't mean like, standard ranges of ugly. I mean that she is exceptionally and supernaturally ugly. Standing next to her is a great big frog thing.
Whoa!
How great big is the great big frog thing?
Really great big.
Oh,
So let me get you a height on this. It's about an 8-foot tall great big frog thing.
cool. So 8 times the height of Pinky.
Yes.
With our luck, that's Jack.
My friend Jack, the giant killer frog.
Uh-huh.
And
I believe that's more a toad.
fair. I mean, this thing is kind of a mutant combination of all of the above. So, and there's also
Potato,
a few
potato.
other servants here, and I just
Oh, more evil creatures?
more evil creatures.
Cool.
Ooh.
You guys, I mean, you can never have enough evil creatures, right?
You can. You can. There is an objectively sufficient number of evil creatures.
I really don't think you can judge evil based on giant toad size or ugliness of witch.
Maybe it was the descriptor that followed it that said it was a companion to the witch.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just struggling with IT issues. So,
I bet the witch is too. Doesn't look like a great place for Wi-Fi.
No, there's probably, if we look up in the corners, there's probably little Wi-Fi rerouters.
sure, I'm a witch, but you gotta be civilized about this.
She's not off the
High-speed
grid.
internet is imperative.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be, if I'm sitting there as a witch, I wouldn't want to be out of commission there. All right, where's the picture I'm trying to find here? Why is this not functioning the way I need it to? There we go. There are 3 of these things.
Ew.
They are also about 8 foot tall. So, she's got some minions, and
What are
she
they all
sees
doing there?
you
Just
come
hanging
in.
out?
By the way,
Because-
before they left, I forgot to mention this. Before they left the evil dog that they killed, Cuddles took one of the dog's teeth and put it in her pocket because she's making like a necklace.
You took a
as, like-
trophy.
Yep. So she's eyeing that troll right now and eyeing that tooth, and she's like, I want to get that tooth.
That's ambitious.
She's just like picking out trophies from the terrible creatures
Exactly.
there.
Little freaking murder bear. I told it was the perfect character. I knew that we should leave her the barbarian.
Do you know which one of these might be Jack?
Now, you also see next to the big thing there is a crate, and the crate has a big padlock on it.
Uh-oh.
And you can see that the sort of opening, it's got a little door in the side, and that is something's pushing on the door, making the padlock kind of clatter. So there's something inside that. So the hut itself is about 45 feet around, which is pretty impressive given that it looks much smaller on the outside. And at the center of the hut, and there's a little chimney at the top, but there's a fire with a giant pot. Next to the giant pot is the crate, and behind the giant pot is the witch creature. The other side of her, she's got the big toad. Sadly, I don't have a battle map for all of this. Oh my, I didn't even think of this.
Oh no. This is why chat always wins, because no matter what you don't think of, they will think of it.
Yeah.
Jack
this-
should be in the box.
This is not correct about the murder doggo being Jack. But the 3 other creatures are sort of spread out in front. They kind of seem to have been expecting you, possibly because there were some rays that were shot in through the door to provide some advance notice.
Well,
So the hag at the back, says, "What? The child was supposed to follow. Where's the heroes? And you're so rude. You don't even have the good graces to be edible when you come to try to stop me. What are you?"
We're
What is
cute,
your
we're
name?
cuddly, and we're murderous.
So I heard cute, cuddly, and murderous. I didn't hear the other.
Sorry,
other
Pinky.
question.
no, that is okay. You are cute, cuddly, and murderous. What is your name, witch?
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. Sorry.
Plot twist.
Perfect setup. Perfect setup.
Plot twist.
To Blave.
Auntie Cracklebones. And
Auntie Cracklebones.
you, not even a little bit of meat on you. What a shame. I don't even think you've got a skull in there to put on the outside of the hut. What good are you?
We've been asking ourselves that all day.
Cuddles
like-
puts her hand in front of Whiskers' face when he says it, and says, "We're good at a lot of things, especially killing monsters like you." And then she just gets very angry.
All right, so she's raging up.
She starts to rage up.
You'll see what good we are. Hunger of Hadar.
All right, we're going to go to
Whoa.
initiative because everybody's expecting trouble here, so it's going to be in an initiative order. So
It's only a 6.
I got to pull up the dice roller here.
My initiative is much higher, 7.
Oh, that's not good.
14.
14 is so far the winning roll here. So we've got 6 for Cuddles, 7 for Pinky. And Whiskers has 14. And the monsters beat you out on that. All right.
Oh.
So the what is it? The 3 big ugly things in the front. I mean, everything here is pretty ugly, I gotta say. She's ugly. The monsters are ugly. Like the toad thing. Toads are not sort of noted for being, super charming, super attractive creatures. There's a reason why fairy tales have go kiss the toad and not go kiss the cute, whatever. So many Nagas died to create us. All right. So they are going to stride up. Who all is in front? And is anyone sort of sticking to the rear?
Cuddles is always out front.
So we
I'll
got
be
Cuddles
Cuddles
up
with
front.
the hut Stark.
All right. So we are gonna see some rolls on this. The big things are mouthy little runts that come up with big clubs to try to smack you guys. So 2 of them are going to attack Cuddles, and 1 of them is going to attack Whiskers.
Okay.
Because Whiskers is also present, I assume. All right. Cuddles, AC 14.
So 14 hit points.
AC 14. Does that hit?
Oh, so I need what do I need to roll?
You need to check your armor class on your sheet. Is it
Oh,
higher than
sorry.
14?
Oh, yeah, it's 16.
All right. And AC 15. So they're not doing well. And 1 on Whiskers, which 24.
So you come at Cuddles with a 15 and a 16 and hit me with a 24? Yes, that hits.
It's the dice. I don't run the dice. Well, I mean, I roll the dice.
Personally hate you, Rob.
Oh, yes, it hits.
All right, and it is going to smack you with a big. It's a club, but it's basically just like a big old tree branch, and it's going to smack you with that for 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15 points of damage. Stupid monsters.
All right. So, now the big toad thing is going to move around the pot, and it is going to use a tongue attack towards. So it moves up to just behind the big, sort of big ugly creatures, and it is going to use a tongue attack towards Pinky Pig.
I'm invisible.
Oh yes, I don't think it can see you then. Then it's going to use a tongue attack towards. We'll do a coin toss on this one. And that is towards Whiskers.
Mm-hmm. Bring it on, giant toad.
It is unfortunately going to miss shooting its tongue at you. So it goes.
That's not unfortunate.
Unfortunately.
That's not unfortunate. That's karma.
I mean, it's unfortunate from the perspective of the giant frog monster that wants to eat you.
Fair point.
That would be
That's a
great if
fair point.
Whiskers was able to catch it and be like, "Cat caught your tongue."
And the ugly old woman is going to sit at the back, and she is going to cast a spell.
Well, wait. Does the tongue that's lashing out at me give me an opportunity attack when it misses?
It does not. It is fairly fast. It is a fast.
I have cat-like reflexes.
You do, but it has tongue-like. I'm not gonna.
There's
finish
no.
it.
Don't finish that.
That just doesn't go well. So she is going to fire a bolt of energy, and that is going to hit Pinky Pig for. I got to roll the a couple of things here. And it is going to cause cold damage. Unfortunately, it's going to, well, I guess fortunately for you, it's going to cause very pathetic cold damage. It's going to cause 3 points of cold damage.
I accept.
I thought you might.
Do you have a choice?
Just for the record, it rolled straight ones on the damage. Straight ones. So, yeah. 3 points of cold damage to Pinky Pig on the worst dice roll ever. So yeah, and I'm seeing if Lima was here, somebody would be being eaten by now.
Mhm.
True.
Actually, no, nobody would be being eaten by now, because that's how
If
that
Lima
rolls.
were here, I'd be worried about Pinky.
Exactly.
That's actually kind of true. It's a good
Now,
point.
Pinky is made of stuffing, so not
true.
and not like
Fair.
the delicious
Not an
kind.
actual pig.
So Whiskers, you are up.
Whiskers is going to. Let me think here.
And in the background, you hear the clattering of the lock as something is pushing against this crate.
All right, so I have a question on the conjurations, just because this is the first time I've ever done them.
Yeah.
If it's something like Ensnaring Strike, right? So it says next time I hit a creature, can I cast Ensnaring Strike and hit at the same time, or is it cast and then the next go round?
Let me just check that one. So Ensnaring Strike is a bonus action. So you cast it as a bonus
As
action.
I hit. So
you get one bonus action, and then you'd probably attack, and it lasts for a minute or until you hit something with it or lose concentration.
Okay. So we're going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
And we're going to cast that at 3rd level.
All right. Use your slot.
All right. So that's 7 in damage. And then I'm going to throw the...
You got to hit something with it first.
So let's throw the javelin at Mr. Toad.
All right. So you're Ensnaring Strike and you're launching a javelin at Mr. Toad. All right. Give me an attack roll on Mr.
25.
Toad. That's going to hit Mr. Toad.
All right. And then that does, by itself, it does 11 piercing damage plus the Ensnaring Strike 7, so 18.
Dang. All right. So
Mr. Toad gets hit by a javelin. The wind in the whiskers.
Well, and it's not just the javelin, but when the Ensnaring Strike hits, it has now branched thorny vines out of where the javelin hit the toad. Yep.
Wow.
And then it has to succeed on a strength save, or else it's restrained by until the spell ends.
How much of that was Ensnaring Strike damage? Because that
7.
technically happens
That's
on
7.
its
You have
turns.
to do it, yeah, on its turn, yeah.
Yeah. So it also
11.
gets a saving throw, and it gets advantage on the saving throw because it is a large creature.
Yep.
So, all right. Strength, it's actually pretty decent at because it's big. So, unfortunately, what is your DC? I assume it's less than this.
The attack save it has to throw is a 15.
So, as the vines start growing up, it's a big muscular toad. Like this thing.
As they are.
Wowie, Debbie,
I mean, maybe not most of them, but this one definitely. And so it just flexes and breaks off the vines, so it's not affected by the vines, but it does take the stabbing
Javelin.
damage. You can throw another javelin.
We're gonna throw another javelin then.
All right.
17 to
Javelin
hit.
away. 17 will, I believe, hit. Yep.
9 damage.
Is going to hit, or is going to do 9 damage. So it roars at you, and yeah, that is it, I think.
Yep.
Next up in our turn order is Pinky Pig.
Excellent. Can you tell me where everybody is in relation to me?
So you're, I assume, a short distance away from the other two. They have 3, I'll just go ahead and say ogres attacking them. About 10 feet behind the ogres is the frog thing. And then over behind the pot is, and that's about 20 feet away, is the hag.
Okay. I will cast Fear on the closest ogre.
All right. Fear. I'm just pulling up the spell there. It has to make a wisdom saving throw, which it's not good at. Actually, you've got a 30-foot cone. So you can get a lot of things on that. I think you can actually hit everything on that, and probably one of your party members.
Well, we'll try to aim that cone to avoid the party member.
All right. You're still going to be able to get, I think, just about everybody in that cone. So let's see how they do with fear. What is your save DC? I'm rolling the saving throws.
So you have to roll a wisdom at a 15.
All right. The what is it? The scary woman makes the save. The ogres do not. And the other thing just ignores it. The toad, it appears, does not get afraid. It just doesn't. That is not how these giant toads operate. However, the ogres definitely do. So the ogres all, are clearly in terror, and they have dropped their giant clubs.
That's right. Fear me.
They definitely fear you. Now they don't get to act quite yet.
They don't get what?
They don't get to act until their turn, but they are probably going to be running away. So the ogres are terrified of Pinky the Pig, notwithstanding the fact that Pinky the Pig is also yay big.
Tiny.
Cuddles.
I may be small, but I am mighty.
Cuddles, you are up.
Cuddles is still looking at that one ogre / troll guy with the tooth, and very angry, and is going to strike at that one ogre.
Okay, roll to hit.
Claws right at the face.
There we
Entering
go.
beast mode. It's going to be a 13.
13
for the first one.
Is going to hit.
Oh, okay. It's going to be 8 damage.
All right. It takes the 8 damage, which ogres are meaty, but they do not. What is it? They do not have a good AC. So it's still up. It's still got lots of health left.
Okay.
But,
Cuddles is then going to use the other claw on the same guy.
Sounds good.
And that's going to be an 18.
That's going to hit.
So that's going to be damage of 8 again.
All right. It is still up and moving because it is a great big ogre, and that is.
And I am a tiny bear.
Yep. But you are ripping into it like you're just doing a real number on its ankles.
On its ankles.
All right. So next up is the monsters. And the first thing that's going to happen is each of the ogres is going to take the dash action to run away. And when they're running away, each of you who's up front, which is Cuddles and Whiskers, is going to get an attack of opportunity. So you can use your reaction to make an attack. Pinky Pig of the Dark, your greatest fear.
I love it.
All right, so each of you can make an attack on an ogre as they're like, run away.
All right. I'm going to take a long sword at one of the ogres.
All right, slash.
And that's a 23 to hit.
That's definitely going to hit an ogre.
And then that's going to do 7 damage.
All right, it takes the 7 damage. Ogres are sort of big, beefy things, so it's going to take a while to chop it apart, but it, yeah. And I think they get a save at the end of its turn. Yeah. All right. So, and Cuddles. You've got an attack of opportunity, so you get to take a free attack at these things.
Okay. Cuddles is going to do another swipe of the claws.
Claw swipe.
And it's going to be a 21.
That is going to hit.
With 5 damage.
All right. It takes the 5 damage. It is still up and moving, and they all run to the back, throw open a door, and pile in through the other door. Because they are kind of terrified.
Cuddles wants to take off after them.
All right. Well,
oh, no.
Cuddles can do that on her turn. So the evil woman is going to cast another spell because of course she will. So, and also the toad is going to walk up and take a swing at Cuddles. And by a swing, I mean it's going to take a bite and then a tongue attack.
Oh, no.
So, AC 21 on the bite and 22 on the tongue attack.
So I think both of those hit because armor class is 16.
All right. So, the bite attack is just, you're going to take half damage from it. So, it would have been 12. But it gets reduced down to 6.
Okay. Is that because I'm in beast mode?
Yes.
Okay.
But you are also grappled. And from the tongue attack, you take 8 necrotic damage, which you don't get to have. So the tongue itself, when it touches you, it sort of corrupts and causes decay. So it's a very unpleasant thing.
Death toad.
So
nice.
So that's going to be taking 8 points.
Yeah. So you took 6 damage from being bitten and 8 damage from that, and you are restrained.
Well, that sucks.
Yep, it is grabbing onto you, so you can't run away. Like you can't move away from this thing.
Okay.
Is the long and short of that.
She's just looking back up at the toad to be like, "You're gonna regret this."
Oh. Restrained little teddy bear looking at a giant toad, yelling and screaming,
with like other animals' blood on it.
How hurt are you, Cuddles?
Not as hurt as I am angry.
No, it was a real question. Like, because some of us have spells that can probably heal.
Well, at max hit points is 95. I'm at a 72.
Okay, you're fine.
It's like on a scale of 95, of 1 to 95, I'm at about a 72.
I'm okay. Yeah.
The old that old line. And the old woman is going to stride up and where's that spell? Where are we? And So, Whiskers, she's going to stride
Yes.
up to you and touch you with the hideous hand. Make a wisdom saving throw.
27.
You are not cursed.
That was a nat 20 plus 7.
So she
The
tries
old hag.
to she tries to impose a curse upon you, but you are entirely uncursed. So that was her turn. All right.
Do I get
So
an
that
attack of opportunity with her being right there?
no, because
Dang it.
you get an attack of opportunity when somebody sort of makes themselves vulnerable or otherwise open to attack. She is scary when
literally
she's
placed
attacking
her
you with
hand,
magic.
like on me and missed.
Yeah, she's
I feel
scary
like-
when
I
she's
feel like-
attacking you with her magical clawed hands.
The lawyer in me is telling me that she has left vulnerable pieces open to being
Rob is
attacked.
trying to
But
negotiate.
I understand. I understand the game.
The thing is that she has claws that are as good as your sword or better.
I know.
So she
Claws
is
that
I'm
catch.
looking for every advantage I can get.
fair enough. Well, it is now Whiskers' turn.
So Whiskers is going to go at the witch with longsword. And if we hit, there might be some smiting that goes with it.
Sounds good. And you can hear in the background the banging on the little crate there.
The longsword is 14.
AC?
Yep.
That is not going to successfully get through the witch's tough hide.
That's really unfortunate. Can we go with the longsword again?
You certainly can. That's why you get 2 attacks.
15.
Is also not going to get through her tough hide. She is really
annoying.
leathery.
She's
Apparently.
got to, take some time out of the sun, you old hag.
I mean, she's a supernatural monster of like eating small
I
children.
understand this. I get it. It's just really frustrating.
All right. So that is Whiskers. Next up is Pinky the Pig.
Okay, and can the ogres still see me?
The ogres are now in the back room, so they have run out of the room.
Did they close the door behind them?
They haven't, but they're also cowering in the corners in there.
Okay, so Hunger of Hadar targeted at the back room of ogres.
All right, so that back room is now full of... So the ogres who are supernaturally afraid are now also in a slurping, hungry darkness
Correct.
that will try to consume them. So that is going to be absolutely terrifying from the ogre perspective, which I assume is probably not something that upsets you a whole lot.
No, I think that was the goal.
Right. So that doesn't do any damage right now, if I'm correct.
No, it'll be at the start of their turns.
All right. So that is something they're going to have to deal with in a moment. Do I have a good slurp sound?
Mm. Mm.
It doesn't look like I do, Handy. So
Yeah, because I feel like that could be a miss really quick.
that could. There are some sounds that are like close to a slurp, but I am kind of unsure as to whether they would be family friendly or like.
I
There's
think
one
everybody
that's
can
just
bring
like-
their own imagination to the dark between stars and slurping alien tentacle monsters.
There's
Mhm.
one that's just like wet sound, and I'm like, I'm not
Nope.
clicking that. I'm
Don't
not
click that.
clicking that. All right, so that is Pinky Pig. Cuddles. Cuddles the barbarian.
Cuddles is still restrained in her little paws, right?
You are you're stuck in the mouth of a giant toad thing.
Okay, well, she's obviously still very angry, and she's going to use the beast tail mode this time.
Okay, you technically it should be that you're stuck with one, but you know what? We'll say screw it because we're on a one shot. And
Okay.
so go ahead and tail the thing. 'Cause
Okay.
if we were in a larger campaign, I'd be like, let's hold you a little tighter to the rules, but we're not. We're in a fun, crazy
right.
thing with that. So go ahead and roll your tail attack.
It's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 is definitely going to hit this thing.
Then it's going to be 10 for damage.
All right. It takes 10 damage. And I will deduct it accordingly. It has been deducted, and it sort of makes a growly noise around the bear that is in its mouth. All right.
She's going to be like, how does that taste?
And you get to make a second attack.
Oh, that's right. She's going to do it again.
Do
How
it again.
about seconds? She screams at him. That's going to be a 25.
Is going to hit.
And then a 7.
That will hurt it. All right. It is still up and moving, and now it gets an attack. Its attack is AC 16. Does that hit you, Barbarian?
Your armor class.
Armor class is 16.
So that does hit just barely. You are going to take 17 damage, except that you are raging, so you're going to take half of that, which gets rounded down. So 7.
Okay.
And that is as it swallows you. So you are now
I'm getting swallowed.
You're pulling nobody's favorite trick.
Mm-hmm.
Shoes on the other foot now.
So now you are blind and restrained inside there. You have no ability to affect anything other than the giant killer frog. And you're going to be taking damage at the start of this creature's turns.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There might be a weapon in there. You don't know.
That was my first thought.
It's gonna keep trying to eat you. That's sort of how this goes. Now for the ogres, I need 2d6 damage 3 times. Actually, let's just do 2d6 damage and we'll just apply it to each ogre.
Okay, the cold is at a damage of 5 this turn.
All right, they are going to each take damage, and now I'm just checking the fear as to when that wears off, or when they get saving throws on that. Not that their saves are going to be any good, but we're just going to check that anyway. They get that at the end of their turn, so they are still not approaching you, which means that the ogres each have to make a dex save. One of them made it. And I think that's another 2d6 of acid damage.
Yes.
All right. What's our acid damage?
Tentacles here.
What do the tentacles do?
They do another 5 of acid.
All right. So and if they save, is it no damage or half damage?
That's a great question. It's no damage at all.
One of them takes no damage. The other 2 are being gently caressed by horrible tentacles, and then each of them has to make a wisdom save. All right. The best AC that they rolled was a 13, or best save they rolled was a 13. I assume that's not good enough to stop.
That is not good enough.
They are still terrified, and I mean, why wouldn't they be? They're being eaten by horrible things from beyond the stars. So that is an excellent reason to be terrified.
They're having a bad day.
Whiskers, the horrible old woman is going to attack you.
Of course she is.
So AC 25, 11, and 24 in that order.
25 hits. You said 11, and what was the other one?
24.
24 hits.
All right, so the 25, she's going to bite you, and you're going to take 12 damage, and she's going to claw you for 13.
You little...
It's not as much fun biting them when they're not made of meat.
Yep. Gonna get some claws to the face pretty soon.
Well, it is now your turn for claws to the face.
So first we're gonna go longsword.
Longsword.
16.
16 is not going to hit. Her AC is 17.
All right.
Maybe you could try hitting her, Whiskers.
I would love to. Cat's claws.
Claws.
21. And can we smite with cat's claws?
You certainly can.
So with the cat's claws, we are going to do a branding smite.
All right.
Ooh.
So the weapon gleams with astral radiance. The attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible. It's invisible. Then it sheds a dim light in 5-foot radius. So
Right.
we're going to cast that. Well, first we're going to do the damage of the cat's claws. That's just 7 damage.
And no, the
then-
longsword is not Soul Stealer 3000.
It's not.
I'm pretty sure David's got that one trademarked, and therefore I'm not able to use the Soul Stealer 3000.
Yeah. So the branding smite is going to do, we're going to cast it in 3rd level spell, and that's going to be 14 damage.
14. And the claws themselves?
We're 7.
All right. So,
Yep. 21. Take that, you old witch.
Cool.
all right. She
It's
is
good that you
still
got her on your 4th attempt.
Thank you, Pinky, Pig of the Dark, my greatest fear.
whose turn it is now. So, Pinky, you are now up.
Okay. Well, I would like to look at my friend Whiskers
Yes, Pinky.
and cast Healing Light on him as a bonus action.
Oh, thank you. And that's your roll, right?
It will be my roll.
Yep.
And you get healed for 6 hit points.
Okay.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
And now I will Eldritch Blast, Anti-Crackle Bones.
All right. Give it a roll.
Whoa.
20.
All right. So that's the AC. That'll
That's the-
definitely hit.
That's the hit to hit, yeah.
Yeah. And you get to shoot 2 blasts with that.
Okay. So Anti-Crackle Bones will take 4 from the first blast and then 12 from the second.
All right.
Whoa.
She is definitely looking a little more injured.
A little more like anti-Dusty Bones.
She's a tough creature. Hags are fairly fearsome. So, Cuddles, you are up, and you are also inside of a giant toad.
Okay, Cuddles is definitely looking around to see if there is anything useful inside the stomach of this toad.
Sadly, this is not a treasure toad. It is just a devouring toad.
Just my luck, says Cuddles. So she's gonna go back with the tail. She's gonna take some swipes at the inside of the stomach of this Mr. Toad.
All right, take your attack rolls here.
All right, first one is a 19.
Is gonna hit.
That'll be 6 points.
Okay.
And then next one is a 21.
21. Yep,
and
that'll
then
also hit.
8 damage points.
All right. It is getting fairly injured. You also
She's like, How does that taste? Do you want more?
The toad is going, "Roar," and it's making the like, I shouldn't have eaten that like gas station kebab.
Gas station sushi.
Gas station sushi.
Like, ah. This that seemed like a better idea before I ate it. All right, and it is the monster's turn, which means that you get to take a glorious 10 points of necrotic damage, Cuddles.
Oh no.
Which you don't get to
no.
reduce to half.
This is not going well.
Because you are sort of dissolving in this thing's stomach.
Great.
Ugh.
Yeah. This also means that there are a little more focus on somebody else. Because now its mouth is free, which means it gets to bite the nearby people. So it is going to bite, or no, it's going to tongue at Pinky the Pig. AC 22.
You got me, Toad.
All right. It is going to do 8 points of damage, of necrotic damage, as it yanks you in. And you have to make a strength save.
7, does that save me?
It does not. So the fearsome might of the super toad is enough to pull you in. The battle toad, if you will, is enough to pull you next to the toad, which puts you into a grand place for the toad to follow up with its bitey attack.
Not a toad tongue again.
AC 10, I assume, is going to miss, though.
Yes.
So it tries to bite you as a follow-up and then fails. And so Whiskers, you are getting the usual claw bite. Or 15-9, which is a nat 1, so it's definitely not going to claw. AC 20, does that hit?
Nope.
All right, so she fails to get through your... She's got a tough hide, you've got an even tougher one with the plate armor. So she fails to get through. So let's convince it to play Frogger.
Not with me in the belly.
Oh, and I need to roll for ogres. They're
getting cold?
I think they get cold first.
Yes.
2d6 on cold.
Another 5 damage each.
All right. And let's also roll for the acid.
For everyone that doesn't leave, it's another 7 in acid.
All right. Well, they aren't going to be able to leave because they are terrified by the fear. So they are going to have to make dex saves, which, of course, they are big, clumsy creatures.
Every turn is 6 seconds, right? Technically.
Yeah. Thereabouts.
Well, and I do think they get a wisdom save to try to become unfearful because they can no longer see me.
Yeah. But that's at the end of their turns when they're also taking the acid damage.
Yep.
So it's a bad day to be an ogre right now.
It's always a bad day to be an enemy of Pinky.
All right, so the ogres have each failed their dex save because... one of them did not. One of them critted on his dex save, but that doesn't help him much. What was the AC, or what was the saving throw DC for the fear?
15 on wisdom.
All right, so one of them has successfully unfeared. The other two are really having a bad day. So that is them. That is the monsters. Whiskers, you are being attacked by a hideous old woman.
Here she is again, man. Come on.
Also, does being swallowed count as kissing? I think that's like a base or two past that.
Ew.
All right, so Whiskers.
Proceed.
What do you do up to?
Oh, I thought the old hag was going after me. Doesn't she go
No,
before I do?
She did go. She slashed you. She's
Oh,
not going to slash you. I mean, she didn't get through your armor, but she was trying to slash you.
okay.
So now it's your turn to try to return the favor.
Cat's claws.
Claws.
17.
17 will hit.
And that's going to do 9 damage.
9 damage. All right.
And then how's she
shrieks.
looking?
She's looking pretty bad, but she's got a ways to go.
Okay, cool. So longsword.
She's a hideous creature.
Longsword, a 20, and we might have some smiting power coming.
Okay, give me the smiting power because that hit.
All right, we're going to do some searing smite.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, so the longsword damage initially is 7, but the searing smite is going to be 2. 9 total.
All right, nothing wrong with two damage as well. And I think the searing smite also sets her on fire, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, she's on fire.
So
Yes.
That hag is on fire.
Mhm.
so she's got to make a Constitution save to avoid being on fire. What's the DC on that?
The con save is 15.
She has failed the con save, so she does take the fire damage. And
And now she continues to take fire damage just to throw
at the start of
Constitution.
each of her turns. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
So she is on fire.
Burn,
The
baby.
witch. The witch. The
Burn,
witch
baby,
is on
burn.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Pinky the pig.
Yes.
It is your turn.
Well, I'm in front of a giant toad monster, which I will cast Sacred Flame on.
All right, roll the sacred flame.
So, in this spell, a sacred fire descends from on high, lowers itself onto the monster of my choosing, and does radiant damage. In this case, 13 radiant damage to that monster.
And I think it makes a save to avoid, is it?
Yeah, it's got a dex save.
Yeah, dex save. And
It's
that
a
was
slowly
on
descending fire.
The frog.
Frog, yes.
It sadly rolls a nat 20 on its save. So it does like a matrix dodge.
All right.
Wait.
Giant toad monster dodges the descending flame.
Weirdest
Like-
Aw.
dodge
As like
ever.
the flames zip past. All right. Cuddles, you are being eaten by a toad thing.
Still very angry. Cuddles is gonna do two angry claws against the inside of this toad.
Cuddles is digging his way out.
Their
Or
claws
digging
just
her
like-
ways out.
Taste these. How about these?
Roll the attacks.
That's
all right.
indigestion. That's going to need some Pepto-Bismol.
First one is only a 9.
That is not going to get through. Like you can't really miss in this
They're
context.
both a 9. This is not
But-
successful.
You're
just
sort of
pawing.
pawing at it, and it's like, maybe that gas station sushi starting to settle a bit.
So both of them are a 9. So
All right.
nothing.
Unfortunately, that's
It's a
not going to
dud.
do it for you, and you are going to take some further necrotic damage as it starts as it continues to dissolve you. So you're going to take 9 points of getting dissolved damage.
Oh no. So I'm at 46 out of 95.
All right, this is getting dangerous because it is going to make an attack again at Pinky the Pig. Does AC 21 hit?
Yes.
All right,
Pinky is hit.
it is going to successfully hit you with a tongue attack for 8 points of necrotic damage, and you also have to it's already got you pulled in close, so it doesn't need to worry about that. And it's going to nat 1 on the bite. So it tries to bite and somehow just completely misses. It takes a big old bite out of Floor, and Floor is not tasty. Floor is it's about as tasty as Brick, so it just doesn't work. And the witch is going to attack Whiskers. One claw is going to hit at AC 25, doing, whoops, that's the wrong, 10 points.
Okay.
10 points of claw damage.
10 points.
One of the ogres is storming back into the room to rejoin the fight. It can get up to you guys, but it doesn't have enough movement after that to actually do anything. It runs up and it picks up its club again. That's what it manages. The other ogres are currently having a very bad day, as they are stuck in the middle of like darkness and misery and horror.
Do you need some rolls for them?
Is it on their turn or your turn?
Their turn.
Yes, then I need 2d6 for cold and then 2d6 for acid for the ones that fail.
Another 5 in cold.
And that is also taken by the one that does make it out, because that's at the start of its turn.
Hey, Ian, did the witch do a con throw?
Oh, right. That she will do a con throw. DC
save.
19.
Yeah, that saves.
She stops being on fire, but she does take an additional d6. Sorry, the acid damage?
The ogres in the dark get 7.
All right. So you hear ogres screaming from the darkness. This is really a terrifying moment for the ogres, and not just because they're in magical fear. So, yeah, the ogres are not doing well on the saving throws, but that is also because they're ogres and they don't really have good saving throws. All right, Whiskers, you are up.
Okay, so
can you bring down the evil old woman?
That's my goal. We're gonna do longsword. 28 to hit
is gonna hit,
and that's gonna do 10 slashing damage.
10 is a good chunk of damage, and you have another attack.
So we're going to come back with a second attack with the longsword, and if we can, we might throw some smite on top of it. So it's 23 to hit.
Definitely going to hit.
Longsword does 6 damage, and then we are going to add on some... We are going to try some Thunderous Smite.
All right. Thunderous Smite.
Thunderous Smite.
You're breaking out all the smites.
I'm trying, man. So she's got to make a strength save.
All right. And I'm just pulling up the spell here just so I can have a look at it. So it deals 2d6 extra damage regardless, as it makes a very loud, thunderous boom. And
all right, so that's 11 damage.
DC 13. So she
fails.
Yeeted 10 feet away and lands on her butt. She is very much injured. Very, very badly injured. She is launched by Rob's just longsword bat strike.
Yep.
Which is all the funnier because he's real little and he's just launched this witch who is much bigger than he is.
Yeah, with my toothpick sword.
With your toothpick sword. All right, so that is Rob, and next up on our list is next up is Pinky. Pinky the pig.
Okay. Well, we're going to try Sacred Flame again on the ogre that ran out of the room. We don't like ogres.
All right. The ogre that's back, or one of the ogres that you can't... I mean, you'd have to go for the one that's back.
Yeah, the ogre that's back in our room.
All right. And that is a dex save, which they are big, clumsy creatures. DC 7 is not enough to save, I don't think.
Nope.
All right, give it a roll, or give it some damage.
You're getting some damage, Sacred Flame style. That's 9 to the ogre with a descending fire.
Ogre, cries out in pain as really it's a bad day to be an ogre. It's a very bad day to be an ogre. Pinky is really wrecking some ogres.
Pinky doesn't like ogres.
Cuddles, you're up.
Cuddles is once again clawing away at the stomach of this toad, very angrily.
All right. So give it some attack rolls. You got 2 attacks.
Roll number 1 is a 22.
It's gonna hit.
There she is.
And it's going to be a 5-point damage.
Now, are you adding your rage damage?
Yeah. Oh, wait. There's extra damage. I mean,
Yes.
I am hitting the button for that specific, like the
There's
form
probably
of the
you
beast
gotta.
claws.
I suspect that isn't adding your rage damage, which I think is +4.
Oh, this entire time I was not adding that.
Oh, yes, that is not ideal. So,
Okay.
so that's, you said 5 + 4 is 9?
Yes.
All right. And give it the other attack.
All right. Then it's going to be sorry. All right. That's going to be an 18
That's going to hit.
with an 8 + 4 is 12.
All right. It is barely still moving. Barely.
Which is weird because we're seeing this like from the outside, having no idea what's happening, and this thing is just
You're just seeing
in
the
pain.
stomach of this thing going like
And
a beach ball with a
hearing muffled screams from Cuddle saying, "Taste this! How about that? What about some bear stew?"
All right, so the hideous old woman is going to stand up and say, oh, enough of this. I'll get you next time, and your little dog too. And she vanishes in a big flash of sort of foul-smelling smoke. So she is gone. That leaves just her minions behind, because like she doesn't really care if they're okay. So, let's see. Frog dissolving is going to be 10 more points of dissolving damage.
Oh, geez, on me.
On you.
Okay.
And it's going to probably make what I suspect is its last attacks on Pinky the Pig. Oh my god. So I've just got to screenshot that because that is terrible. So just let me see if I can bring this up because this is the worst thing ever. We'll
For
just
us
try
or for the toad?
for the toad, it is the most depressing thing you could possibly see. All right, let's bring up the rolls for the toad, because oh my god, where is that? Pinky the Pig is protected by some sort of divine force as it rolls 2 1s to attack.
Oh no.
2 1s.
2 1s in a row.
The ogre just tries to run past you guys. It sort of stomps through. You guys can make attacks of opportunity, but the ogre is like, screw this, I'm out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna hit it with I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with a longsword as it goes by.
All right, you're gonna tag it on the way by.
18.
Was that 18 in damage, Ian, from the toad?
No, it rolled 2
missed.
1s to attack.
So it doesn't hit at all?
It doesn't hit at all. It was trying real hard.
Okay.
But it rolled double nat 1s.
Well,
All right.
That fleeing ogre is gonna take 13 damage.
All right.
Whoa.
All right. And I, Pinky, Warcaster, will launch some Eldritch Blast at the ogre as he tries to run away.
All right, make a roll. Picky hates ogres.
Only 11 to hit.
That's actually its AC, so that's good enough.
Then
And also you get 2 rays with that, so you get a second blast as well.
the ogre gets a total of 17 from Pinky.
The ogre does not make it out. So the ogre is like, it runs past Whiskers, who tags it as it goes, and is
Just
like
gets him
making
blasted in the back.
its way, run for it. And Pinky's just like, nah, zap, zap, down it goes. Meanwhile, you also hear what sounds like a burping noise from the darkness as the continued damage goes there. I'm not going to bother rolling because it's so minimal. Last up is going to be Cuddles. What
All
are you
right.
going to do?
Cuddles is going to continue to claw very
Claw.
angrily. All right. So number 1, it's a 10.
All right. That is going to miss. Make another roll.
Okay.
Better roll.
All right.
Come on.
This is better. It's a 23.
That's going to hit.
Damage is going to be 6 + 4, 10.
All right. So you see the giant toad thing go, and then this angry bear claws its way out as the toad
gross.
falls backwards like something
Alien
out of
style,
Aliens.
right out of its chest.
Yeah, just and it sort of collapses into a sort of big, and then it dissolves into this sort of sickly green goo plus like noxious black smoke. So it is gone. You guys are left alone in this hut with this crate in the back that is sort of vibrating. What do you guys do?
Open the crate.
All right. So you go and smash the lock off the crate and
Go on.
out comes Jack the dog.
Sorry.
Who could have
I didn't
been
see
helpful
that
during the
coming.
fight, but is at this point is like looks around. Okay, like everything's dead, so Jack just sort of looks around. Now, Jack is big enough that you guys can climb onto Jack's back to get out of here.
Jack is now a horse.
Well, you guys are very small, like very, very small, and he's a fairly substantial terrier.
Upon seeing Jack the Jack Russell Terrier, Cuddles immediately rage is immediately gone. Very excited to see a wonderful puppy, and she's once again skipping around, pointing at all of the beasts that they've killed, be like, "You're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone," and then pointing at Jack and be like, "You're gonna help us get out of here, woohoo!"
Pinky falls asleep.
On Jack's back.
No, just on the ground.
Oh.
So, as we're at about like 2 hours and 20 minutes here, and probably sort of wrapping up time, you guys, the two of you who stay awake, grab onto Jack's back, and then Jack picks up Pinky and runs back. Now, Jack sort of sneaks in at the farmhouse, gets in, runs up to little kid's room, and goes and is just licking the kid's face. And as that is happening, you guys sort of slowly fade out as you return to toy form, having successfully defeated the evil hag and rescued the best friend and best dog, Jack.
You mean
Oh.
until we are called upon again?
Pinky never
Exactly.
wakes up.
Until you are called upon again to once again engage in righteous violence.
As they're transforming, Cuddles kind of looks, puts her hand in her pocket and takes it out and looks at the 2 teeth that she managed to take from this adventure. Like, yes, and then puts it back in her pocket.
Well, that's good stuff, Ian. Thank you for
That was
that.
great.
Aw,
thank
that
you.
was really fun.
I hope you guys had fun, because this was a lot of fun, and it was. I was just like, what am I going to do with this adventure? Oh, I think I know. Like, how am I going to work this with making you guys one like pre-made characters? And so I was like, I got to do this. This is going to be way too much fun. So
Yeah, that was fun.
You did awesome. That was a great time.
So yeah, and next week I think we were back with David running things. I got to figure out what happened. I heard something about a ghost pepper.
Oh yes.
Yeah. You're a ghost
So-
pepper.
Hopefully I will stop being a ghost pepper. So we'll have to see what happens. But I'm looking forward to that because jamming is a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. So I'm content to hand those reins back to David there, and yeah, we will see everyone next week. So that's going to be on Hogue Law. So make sure you set your notifications. Make sure you are there to because it's a great time every time.
We'll be
Anyone
back
else?
having fun. I'll be a
Anyone
little less
else?
dark over there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a darker story because but you guys defeated the hag. You saved the very cute, you saved Billy's best friend, and you guys were courageous heroes. So, all right. Any sort of final parting comments as we wrap up here?
Thanks to
No, I
everyone
thought
that
this
showed
was
up.
great,
This
Ian.
is really cool.
Yeah, and thank you, Ian, for putting this together. I know that took a lot of
Yeah.
time.
Oh, I was happy too. I was like, we got to play because I always love hanging out with you guys and running
Aw.
these things and
Yeah.
playing these games because yeah. So I was like, we got to do something. So yeah. All right, I will hit the wrap up button and we'll see you guys all next week.
Lawyers and Dragons. See you guys.